In a world where digital content barrels towards us at relentless breakneck speeds, where posts and memes and tweets and snaps rain down a punishing assault of attention-grabbing data, three heroic podcasters with a strong background in broadcast media are taking on the internet. Each week, we break down the trends, technology, and connections that are transforming our lives. We are Things I Found Online.
Available wherever you get your podcasts.
This podcast is part of the Big Heads Media Podcast Network. Go to bigheadsmedia.com for more great podcasts.
Hey everyone, you're wasting time with Chris, Beth, and Matt. My name is Chris Williams. With me as always are
Beth Golpe
and
Matt December.
How are you guys?
Doing great. How are you, buddy?
Doing pretty good.
I think he was asking me.
Oh.
You doing good?
You
I'm
doing
doing
good,
all
Matt?
right. Yeah,
You look
I'm doing
good.
all right. Oh, thank you. That's very sweet.
I'm doing good.
Chris, you are doing good, though?
It's a good summer so far. But I'll tell you, it's getting really, really annoying. My kids are starting to bring home all these birthday party invitations.
I know. Doesn't
That is
it seem
annoying.
like they always pick up in the summertime?
Yeah. We've
It's like
had
birthday season.
It's birthday, yeah, I guess 9 months ago, 4 years ago. 4 years and 9 months ago, some people were having a lot of fun. But yeah, my
That's
kids
dirty.
This is a family show, Chris. Come
We
on.
have the E on our rating. But anyways,
Oh.
like, so many of these birthday parties, like, remember, it used to be you just go to a kid's house, drop the kid off, and you know, or your parents would drop you off, and you'd have pizza, you'd play some games, you'd be stuck at the kid's house all day, you'd go home 2 hours later. Kids' birthday parties are so freaking elaborate now. Like, Beth, have your kids started going to any?
They haven't gone. No. So my son just turned 4 a couple weeks ago, and no, he hasn't been to a friend's party like from school or anything.
Mm-hmm.
But I have to have parties for him, and like I've been to his little, you know, like my friends that have kids and stuff. Do you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, it's bananas now. I mean, I think it's Pinterest maybe that is responsible for a lot of it.
That's a good point.
But it's crazy, and I'm terrible at that kind of thing, and so I'm always just kind of like rushing and like ordering a bounce house at the last minute, and you know, it's just kind of a mess.
Mickey went to, and some of these actually sound pretty cool. Like, I know Cece's going to a trampoline birthday party where they've rented out a whole trampoline place. They're going to jump around and do all sorts of stuff there.
Mm-hmm.
And Mickey went to a wrestling-themed birthday. So they got a bounce house, but it was actually a wrestling ring, like an inflatable wrestling ring.
That's cute.
Oh,
In his
that's
backyard. And so the kids could, like, they spent like 3 or 4 hours just bouncing around, throwing each other off the bounce house the whole time. But yeah, same thing, like, do you feel, because my wife is the one who handles all the birthday parties in our family.
Sure.
And we haven't done a ton, like, most of the times we'll just kind of take the kids out and do some, or maybe have some cousins over. But there have been times we've given our kids, like, elaborate birthday parties, and it just feels like there's so much pressure to give your kid the most special freaking birthday party.
Yeah, I agree.
Like, Mickey a few years ago did a Star Wars birthday party. And, you know, back when I was a kid and what I wanted to do was just go to Party City, get some of the little cardboard Star Wars decorations, paste them up around the house, buy him a little lightsaber, and get a little Darth Vader cake or something. Star Wars birthday party would be great.
Yeah.
Callie ended up going, like you said, to Pinterest and making all these Star Wars themed, like, lightsaber pops and things like that. And
I remember this party. I remember
I
seeing
think
the
I posted
pictures
it on
of the
Facebook.
food.
It was
Yeah,
really
it was really
cool.
cool.
She learned how to make a iced tea jug look like R2-D2. So you get iced tea out of it. There was like Yoda swamp hummus or something like that.
Ugh.
For the adults. But but yeah, it just feels like there's so much freaking pressure to doing a kid's birthday party when they would be perfectly happy to just have some friends over and run around the house doing nothing but running around with lightsabers.
Right. No, there is a lot of pressure, especially like when both of my kids turned 1. I think the first, because my kids are younger than yours, as we know, listeners. My kids are 2 and 4 now, but when they're for their first birthdays, it's always like everyone has a real big, huge first birthday party. Was sort of like the thing. And I mean, we had over 100 people at both our kids' first birthday parties. We had to rent a picnic area at the park, and I mean, we didn't have to, but it's just like what we ended up doing, and it is just so much work. I'm bad at it, and it's expensive, and I really don't like it. And I'll just say this too: so I don't work right now. I have like a side business, and I do some writing and whatever, but I don't work in an office, so it's like I feel extra pressure because I'm a stay-at-home mom to do these insane, parties, which I just like can't pull off, and quite frankly, I do not have the desire to pull off whatsoever. Yeah. I got a helium tank and some balloons, and at my son's birthday last weekend, and got a bounce house.
How did you get helium? There's like a national helium shortage.
Oh, really? They sold it at Target. It was a tank that filled 30 balloons for $20.
Wow, yeah, I've heard like Party City is going out of business.
I did see that on their website.
Really?
Yeah,
The helium shortage. Yeah. Mm-hmm. No, like those first birthday parties are the worst too, because you're absolutely right. People expect like you're going to invite. I remember we got in trouble because we didn't invite like second cousins.
Yes, it's crazy.
And the crazy thing is, the kid is at an age where they don't know what's going on. They don't care. They're overwhelmed by all the people there and the fact that someone's trying to tell them to smash their face in a cake.
Yeah.
We went to a Moana themed first birthday at like a this local like swim school like rented they rented it out, and I mean
they rented out a school?
Like the Goldfish Swim School. I'm sure they must let you do special events there or whatever, but then you can swim, and they have all kinds of play equipment and boats and stuff in the pool that you can like foam rafts and all kinds of stuff. But then it's like, now you gotta go swimming with your kid.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just like, it's a lot. When, like, similar to Chris, I'm just remembering like the 90s, and it was like, I got the cake plate was what I wanted the theme to be. And then, it was like a sheet cake in the cake plate, and maybe some like, streamers wrapped around like the poles in the basement. And that was like, what about you, Matt? Did you have any elaborate birthday party, or I feel like it's like pretty typical, like 90s kid is like, I don't know, you get pizza and cake, and then you like either get to watch like a scary movie or like I think Ren and Stimpy or something.
I think bowling was the
that's a good one. Yeah, that is a good one.
I think I had that as a birthday party for a couple years. I think, you know what? Actually, the one...
DZ, like the
I was just going to say, wasn't Discovery Zone, what was the other one?
Or like a Chuck E. Cheese party.
Leaps and Bounds?
Leaps and
Bounds, good.
One birthday I went to Leaps and Bounds with, I think there was 4 of us total, so it was me and 3 of my friends, and we got pizza, and we were at Leaps and Bounds for... I don't know, a couple hours or whatever. And that was pretty epic. But other than that, I don't recall anything.
But even that, like, to present day standards, is like absolutely no big deal.
Yeah, it was great for me when we would just do, we're going to get some of your friends and go to Major Magics.
Oh my gosh, so cool.
Yeah, you go to Major Magics.
Did that, yeah.
You get your tokens, you run around, you play your games.
Yeah.
Yay.
Yeah, oh my gosh, I just have this, like, memory of, I think it was for obviously one of my early birthdays, maybe 6, 7, 8. We went to Major Magics on Hall Road, and I got several Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles action figures as presents. That was a good birthday.
Yeah.
I got like a Donatello or Michelangelo or something.
I do remember going to Major Magics. I remember like I never got to have a party at DZ Discovery Zone. But whenever I was invited to one, it was always like big deal. Yeah. And I remember there was a DZ birthday party followed by a sleepover where they were watching Beavis and Butthead, and I got a stomach ache and went home because I wasn't allowed to watch Beavis and Butthead.
On one of our last episodes, didn't you also say...
I got a stomach ache and went home.
Did that happen a lot?
Yeah, whenever something was on TV that I wasn't allowed to watch, which was literally anything. I wasn't allowed to watch much. Like Simpsons was, I wasn't allowed to watch. So it was like, I was a big rule follower. Yeah. Now I'm a total
You're a rule
rebel.
breaker.
But
Well, here's the thing, too. Like, you pick your kids up from these things, and they're immediately bored, like, to go back home, and, you know, they don't really appreciate all the work that went into the party anyway.
Right.
But here's what I wonder.
Okay.
So as you get older, it feels like I sometimes get jealous of my son and some of the parties he gets to go to. like I'd love to go jump on a trampoline for 2 hours or go on a bounce house. I don't know, but I'd love
that sounds terrible.
Like my birthdays are typically this year we're going to Kings Island, but I turned 40 in July.
You're having a milestone birthday.
And so my birthdays are usually, like, I'll admit it, I have the problem, but my birthdays are usually, we go to Zingerman's and get a sandwich, and then we take a walk. If we don't have kids, we go to a movie. And that's about it. Like, birthdays as adults get so boring.
Yeah.
And I almost feel jealous of the kids for having these big, exciting birthdays.
I would say my birthday was last week. And
Happy birthday.
Thank you. We went out to, Chris, you're going to appreciate this, actually. My youngest son threw this super legit giraffe figurine from the zoo at our TV and broke the LED display.
Oh gosh, I've been there.
Yeah. So that was like first thing in the morning of my birthday morning, which isn't, it's not a huge deal besides our TV was destroyed and we had to buy a new one. Culminating in us having to leave the restaurant that I chose for us to go to because same kid had a tantrum so bad and just couldn't be contained, and we just had to get our entrees to go and take off. And it's like, there's just not a whole lot you can do when it's out of your control, and you're just like, well, here I am getting older. But I feel you.
Yeah.
This is just hot off the heels of planning a pretty fun, not elaborate, but some work goes into planning a party for kids, and we had a party for him on his birthday with like immediate family.
Is this the same kid who broke the TV?
No, his birthday's in a couple weeks. He'll be 2.
Then he's going to get a new TV for his birthday?
Yeah. Yeah. It was just like barely not under warranty anymore, so we were like, we had to get a whole new one.
Mm.
But
yeah, I'm trying to think if I've had any like super exciting adult birthdays.
I don't know anyone that's had a super exciting adult birthday though.
I mean, fancy dinners, I guess. Like this
Your last
birthday,
was,
we went to like a really fancy dinner. We went to Mabel Gray.
Oh, that's nice. I haven't been there, but I've seen the.
Yeah, it was great. Yeah, it was a great dinner. Yeah, I mean, that was really. I mean, we had drinks before, and then we went and had dinner at Mabel Gray, and that was pretty much the evening. But it was it was great. It was awesome. I mean, the dinner. So, and I think for Sarah's birthday,
we played trivia.
We did. That was fun. We went to a trivia night and had pizza. So that was fun. And I think the year before we went to her and I went to a fancy dinner for her birthday, I think. And, so
we do have a handful of friends that we celebrate birthdays with, and they're always fun.
Yeah. I mean,
like our one friend, we did pottery this year. We went and that was Catherine's birthday.
Oh yeah.
Past fall. Yeah.
Yeah. We went to,
what's the, fancy pottery in Detroit? The fancy tile.
Quavic. Yeah. So yeah, I guess we kind of do stuff. I mean, it's not jumping on a trampoline for 2 hours or whatever you want.
Why isn't it?
It sounds terrible. Well, it sounds terrible.
You guys, you know what I want to do for my birthday?
What?
Let's go ziplining at Stony Creek. They have a zipline course.
How cool! That sounds exactly what we're talking about.
Yeah,
that's like a big birthday adventure,
right? Like it's like 90 minutes long. It says on the website. Could you imagine doing that for 90 minutes?
Ziplining for 90 minutes?
Yes, that's what it says on the website.
Probably you do have to like walk through a giant course.
I don't know. I'm sure.
When we were on our honeymoon, we went ziplining in Dominican Republic, and I think it took about the same amount of time because you're like walking up the
and don't you have to
jungle.
Start really high?
Yeah.
Like, I don't know how they do it in Stony Creek.
That's not what this is.
I think,
it's not. There's no mountain or jungle in Stony Creek. What this is like, it's a series of like net climbing and like tightrope walking, and I think it's like ziplining from like a tree to another tree, and then like, I think it's like a course with some ziplining.
Well, you know what? We're going to find out. Because we're going to do it.
I'll do it. It sounds like fun. I think what I described sounds like fun.
Yeah. No, I agree. I think it's called Go Ape. Go to the website. I think it's called like Go Ape Michigan or something like that.
What's funny though is like we don't really have parties for ourselves anymore when we become adults. Like we have people over and we drink or whatever. But that's like the extent of it. Like the only parties you get once you're an adult are you get married, so you have a party. Your kid has a first birthday, so you have a party. And then you die, and everyone else has a party.
Oh, that's terrible.
But like at all our parties, just like go down to the same thing. We're just gonna eat.
Yeah.
We're gonna get together and eat.
Food is good though.
Food is good.
How do you guys feel about if someone was going to throw a surprise party for you? That's the only like kind of party that like you get as an adult that you're like, because you can't like just throw yourself a party.
Right.
That is true.
Are you pro surprise party or anti surprise party? Matt, you go first. I know how Matt feels about this. So.
Here's the thing. I'm lukewarm about surprise parties, but I feel like I've been owed a surprise party for many years. So I feel like I deserve one, but I don't necessarily want it.
I get that.
You know what I mean? Like
you've earned it?
Yeah, because I was involved with, well, I don't know if I was involved. I partook in a couple of surprise parties, and then I was like, well, I came to your surprise party, now it's your turn to throw me a surprise party.
Have you ever thrown a surprise party for someone?
I kind of did.
Are you talking about the one in high school?
No, let's not get into the specifics.
Did you throw a surprise party for yourself in high school?
No, it was for a friend.
For a friend. And I didn't really throw it. I was just an attendee.
You were part of the surprise, I guess.
But I think I was crucial to the surprise.
Mm-hmm.
Here's the thing. At different times, like 2 or 3 or 4 of my best friends had surprise parties. And then I was like, man, all my friends are like having surprise parties thrown for them.
Right, what gives?
So on your birthday, you're like putting the key in your door and like, oh, it's really quiet here. I'm home.
Yeah. And then there's nobody there.
And then your cat's just like, what?
Aw, hi Sam. Chris, surprise party, yay or nay?
Okay, I kind of feel like Matt. Because here's the thing, in my family, they are always doing surprise parties for people.
Oh my gosh, that's so funny.
On like the 10th, when they hit the 10s. So we just, actually a few years ago, my dad turned 60, so we threw him a surprise party. We had a surprise party for him when he turned 30, and we had a surprise party for him.
Who was this?
My dad. But, so I'm sitting here, like, coming to 40, and like, oh, surprise party, it's gonna, but I know it's not gonna happen.
Why not? It shouldn't.
Well, because we're gonna be out of town on my birthday.
Yeah.
But I'm also like...
It could be lurking right around the corner, like you don't know.
Yeah.
What? But there's also the part of me that knows myself well enough to know if I walked into a room and there were like 50 people there, I would just like probably shut right down and like just find like 2 people to gravitate toward the whole night and like just because I don't like being the center of attention. Like I remember my high school graduation. I know, isn't it? I remember my high school graduation party was like the most uncomfortable I've been in my life.
Aww.
Because it's just like that's a lot of family who you never see who are coming there just to celebrate your little achievement. But I don't like. I had a surprise party once.
Wait.
You did?
Wait.
Yeah.
You've already been thrown a surprise party in your life.
Well, okay, it was a long... okay, here's the deal. And it actually kind of ties into our last episode. So...
Wait, you want another surprise party?
You get one per life.
Hold on, here's the thing. This doesn't count because this wasn't a true, like, invite all the people. So, for my 15th birthday...
That's a good one, too. Keep going.
We were at Kings Island.
Of course, that's where you are all the time.
And...
Second home.
So I came back into the hotel. I had been riding in my grandparents' car. And I came back in, and everyone was waiting with some cake and ice cream.
Okay.
It said surprise when I walked in the hotel.
That's not a real surprise party.
So, right. That was the extent of my surprise party.
Have you been to a botched surprise party, guys?
Botched one? No.
Yeah.
I
Nothing worse than a botched surprise.
Have you been to one?
Yeah.
What do you mean? What was botched about?
Like, the person found out before they got there, and then they got there, and they're, like, mad / knew it was coming.
Oh. So, let me think of the surprise parties that I've been to. oddly enough, I think every one of them was so surprised. I mean, at least the person said they were surprised. So the first one I went to was for my friend Ryan. I think we were like in 6th grade. It would have been like 12 or 13. We went golfing beforehand. He was surprised. Then my friend Rusty in high school, we went back, the party was back at his house, and he was surprised. One of them was for Ryan, my friend Ryan's dad. He was surprised.
Remember I threw my parents
The
a surprise anniversary.
They were surprised.
And they were so surprised, my mom burst into tears.
Yes.
Like, she could not. She was crying uncontrollably.
Yes.
I'm a good daughter.
You are a very good daughter.
I should deserve a surprise party. I love being the center of attention.
See?
Damn it.
I feel like that was what I'm missing. That was also... Yeah, I'm like... It surprises me when people are surprised, because I'm like, how did you not know about this?
Right.
I feel like most of the surprise parties I've been to, and the majority of them were when I was kids, and they were for family, friends, or whatever. But I feel like the ones I've been to, they were probably surprised until they got to the house. Then I don't understand how you walk into a house like... For a few seconds, you have to know what's up before they jump out and say surprise. 'Cause no one's that quiet.
Yeah, I agree.
Or like my dad's surprise party, it was at my sister's house and was in her backyard. So he had to walk all the way through the house first. And there's no way he didn't catch a glimpse of like 60 people in the backyard milling around.
Yeah, that's true.
He was surprised enough where...
Yeah, surprised enough is a good bar.
Surprised enough.
Yeah.
The one that gets me is when you tell someone, meet us at this conference center and, gotta go get something real quick.
So my friend Ryan's dad, he works for Chrysler. His part-time, he has a business on the side where he does carpeting. And he did carpeting for this bowling alley / hall. Okay, so they had a big room for events and parties and stuff. So we were going to dinner. Ryan was in town from college. I think Ryan and I were both in town from college. And I got invited to, the whole family was going to dinner. And for some reason, I was invited to go. I don't know why. They must have liked me a lot. So we were, going to dinner for his birthday, quote. I'm making air quotes here. And so, on the way to dinner, we're driving by this place. And it was a huge place. And his dad had done all the carpet for it. So his mom was like, oh, we should stop and get a beer and look at the carpet. Because I don't think the kids saw the work you did. And he's like, oh, yeah, that's a good idea. We should do that. So we stop in and we go in and we're standing around the bar and we're having a beer and oh, wow, yes, that's great. And then the owner comes on and he's like, oh, come back and look out the rest of this. This is only a quarter of the building. So he leads us back to this conference hall party area where all of the guests are waiting. And
that's epic.
And his dad was surprised.
Yeah,
it was a good surprise. So again, but this the whole let's go check out this work you did instead of going to dinner first. You know what I mean? It's just I'm like, how do you not know? But maybe he was just playing along.
Have you ever been around someone who thinks they're getting a surprise? I swear that's happened with my mom. Where, she's like, my birthday's coming up, I bet. We're going to my surprise party.
Wait, who saw this?
I think it was my mom. I have this vague memory. And, we were just going to dinner. But, the people I bet it's my surprise party. And it's not.
No. It's not.
All right, final question.
Okay.
If you could do, any huge, fun birthday party that you wanted as an adult, what would you do?
As an adult? Oh, I don't know. I can't go first. I don't know.
You want to?
No, I don't want to go first. I don't know.
All right, here it is. I want to go to Disney World.
Yeah!
Star Wars World, baby.
Rent it out the whole day.
Oh my God.
You know how they do the princess for a day or whatever at Disney World? I wonder if they do a Jedi for a day.
Dude, that sounds so awesome.
I'm sure they do.
Look it up. Is that a thing?
It's probably not right now, but I bet it will be.
I'll pay for that.
You gotta pay probably $5,000.
Okay, I'll do it.
That's a good one.
You, Chris?
I would actually rent out a movie theater for the whole day, but I wouldn't sit and watch movies all day. Okay. I would have one particular theater where my favorite movies were playing all day. So Raiders of the Lost Ark, Muppet Movie, things like that, just playing. And people could mill around and go in the lobby and hang out and have a beer and eat some popcorn. And then if you want to go in and you watch a movie and you come out, and that would be it.
I think we can make that happen, Chris.
Yeah, that's very doable. But instead of doing it in the movie theater, you just do it in your house.
No, it would have to be at a movie theater. That's the whole thing. You have it in a movie theater. So there's popcorn going all
You
day.
really
Here's the thing.
popcorn a
Here's the
lot.
thing about popcorn. You can make that at your house.
It's not as good as the movie theater.
The theatrical experience would be the big. I guess I could just. Beth, what about you?
I don't know. My bar is just pretty low right now.
Oh, friend.
Really, I just want like clean sheets and to go to bed all day.
That's pathetic.
Can I just sleep for
Yeah, you
like
could do that.
14 hours?
Like a party in bed?
Yeah, and then I want to go to brunch. Maybe that's what I want. I haven't gone to brunch in a long time. Like,
Beth, I know exactly what you're talking about, though, because there have been so many birthdays where Kelly's been like, birthdays or Father's Day or anything where Kelly's like, what do you want to do today? I'm like, you know what?
nothing.
This sounds horrible, but I just want to get out of the house away from all of you for a few hours and go read a book and take a walk. I have a friend who her request for her husband was for her birthday. She just wanted a day to herself, like 24 hours to herself. And so he got her like a ticket to Chicago and tickets to see Hamilton. And
Oh, wow.
It was really cool. But sometimes you get older and you have the kids and you just want that day of quiet.
Yeah, I'm just like a little under the weather right now too, so
I know, you've had this cold that's lasted like 4 weeks.
I know.
Crazy.
So I'm just a little tired and fresh off the heels of getting, leaving a restaurant because we couldn't sit down for a meal. So, it's like maybe just a brunch. Maybe sleep in and have brunch. That's what I want.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Let's make that
Let's
happen.
do it.
Well, I want to know what our listeners would do.
Oh, yeah, what's your dream birthday?
But here's the thing. If you're going to do it, invite us, please.
Yeah,
In fact, you know what? Tell us we're coming to a dinner with you, and then surprise us. So, Beth, where can people reach us, though?
They can find us at hellowastingtimepodcast@gmail.com. You can find us on iTunes. Please leave us a rating and review there. We'd appreciate it. And you can find me personally at unicornfood.com. That's where I blog. And all my socials are there, so you can follow me there. Matt, what about you?
I'm just on Twitter at Matt December.
Oh, and Chris?
You can find me writing about movies at Michigan Sports and Entertainment. You can find my other podcast, We're Watching Here, every other Friday on Big Ed's Media. And you can find me on Twitter at Mere Christianity. I go viral every once in a while.
Oh, yeah.
That's a good
I saw you had like 100 likes.
I had like 100 likes, yeah.
Also find us on Facebook and hit us up there. We'd love to hear from you.
We'll be back next week.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks for listening.